Girish Johar, welcome to CNN News 18.
Yeah, hi, Vishal. Pleasure talking to you.
Same here, sir. Thank you. Sir, you're a producer, also someone who understands film business very well.
Yeah,
You're also a film trade analyst. You're a known name when it comes to film distribution. There's a lot of hype around the film Jawan. We see everyday fan club booking the entire auditorium. You have said that close to 9 lakh tickets have been sold already in India.
yeah.
How big, according to you, Jawan is likely to open, sir?
Jawan has humongous craze, and if you go to my earlier discussion, which I did during Pathan, I had clearly said that while Pathan is huge, which it did a business of 500 crores and more, and now Jawan will be bigger. So the traction and the craze, the hysteria is quite big for Jawan as well. Shah Rukh has gone all out with the film, and with the advance booking sales across the country, the numbers are there or have already started doing the talking. So it's quite exciting, and yes, records are supposed to be new records are awaited with Jawan's release.
How much do you think Jawan is likely to make on day one, according to your estimates?
See, we know box office is very dynamic and is very volatile. If the film audiences like the film, the box office can jump very well because it's a wide release. And if the film is not, does not meet the audience's expectations, it can come down also. Having said that, the tracking of the film is humongous. I would expect anywhere a global gross box office of around 100 crores to start with. I'm somewhere expecting 4 to 5 million in the overseas territory, which comes around 40 crores or something like that at gross box office from the overseas. And definitely, India market, all languages should be another GBOC of 60 crores at least, which is bigger than Pathan also. So combining the two, 100 crores day one is quite possible and is looking achievable.
Do you think it will break all the previous box office records, including the ones set by Pathan and Gadar 2?
See, that time will tell. We want every film quarter by quarter or month by month or even week by week to break the previous one's record, because that's how the fraternity flourishes, and that's a good sign. So definitely I would personally want that each and every film should break the previous record, but it takes time, and to predict that it will eventually need to pass the audience's expectations, which are humongous right now, and also get a wider response from not only in the typical Hindi market or the overseas market, which Shah Rukh Khan has conquered. He's now also trying to get inroads into the hearts of the southern fraternity, the southern, fanatics. They are hardcore movie buffs. So he's trying to get inroads into that, which is a very smart thing he's trying to do.
It's a fact that Shah Rukh Khan films always have a good start. They always have a big, solid opening day. How do you think these massive advance bookings and day one collections have an effect on day two and day three of the film?
See, it all depends on the content right now, because the films are releasing so wide. I believe, as per whatever last information we've received, it is poised to open at around 5,000, more than 5,000 screens globally. So it's a wide release. Remember, couple of years down the line, when we used to talk about Hollywood big films, they were supposed to release in these absurd huge screens globally. So now we are also trying to release in these big many screens. So it all depends on what the audience's expectations are. Shah Rukh Khan has always managed to do that. He is a huge star, so he's always managed to do that. He knows he's seen his ups and downs, and he's seen his higher ups now also. So he knows how to engage the audiences quite well.
The film is reportedly made on a budget of rupees 300 crore. How much do you think it need to make in order to be considered a bona fide hit?
So I don't know the exact numbers. These are all media numbers. So since it's Red Chillies is producing the film, so we don't know what Shah Rukh has attributed towards his fees. But having said that, even if we take that as a ballpark number, which is the the landing cost of the film, including prints and publicity, I think he's already close to recovered that with his satellite digital music rights. He's pretty much almost there with the film. So even if the film does say 300 crores at the box office in terms of ROIs, he's already home. And it all now depends on how further traction he goes down with in terms of the final lifetime of the box office.
But Girish sir, the fact is box office is the true barometer of a hit and a flop. Of course, what you said, the back end, of course, matter.
See, when a producer makes a film, he definitely, for him it's an entire PNL, which includes all the cost. Vishal, yes, for box office, I think even if he does 20 million in overseas and he does 300 crores in the Indian market, he should be definitely as a safe bet for sure.
But do you think this will break Pathan's box office collection of 540?
I would love to, and I really hope it does. If it's tracking 100 crores on day one, I really hope that the following 4 days it does 100 crores each a day, and it does more than 400 crores in the first weekend. But obviously, we know that there is after the initial hysteria, there is some dip in the collections that will obviously be reflected by the audience's expectations from the film.
Although it's an extended weekend, it's Janmashtami on Thursday when the film is releasing. But the fact is, while the film trailer was very intriguing and got praise from everybody, but the same can't be said about the film music. In this scenario, do you think it solely depends on the film story and the stardom or a star power of its cast, which will compel people to come to the theaters?
So I somewhat I agree with you, Vishal, but what we need to see is from the producer's perspective, the music from the Hindi belt traditionally which Shah Rukh Khan has was probably as per the Hindi audiences not that expected as Jinko, they were expecting it quite high. Like even Pathan had two huge
Very good
numbers.
tracks.
And here we only have, I think, the Chalya song, which has crossed. But having said that, the music is hugely hit down south. And I think what SRK decided to do this film, what he wanted to do with this film, he's achieved. He wanted to conquer or he wanted inroads into the southern film fraternity. He knows that Hindi film belt is under, he's conquered. Overseas, he's a king. So with this particular film, he wanted to go into that territory, which with the advanced booking and which with the craze, he's done that. Music down south is phenomenal. And for the Hindi markets, I'm sure there are he's a very intelligent maker also. Once the film unleashes on the screen, it will definitely add more legs, and the audiences probably like the music. The Hindi audiences will love the music more once the film releases.
Do you think Jawan is Shah Rukh Khan's most South film of his career? The kind of violence, the story treatment we see in Tamil films.
Yeah, I think so. Yes, and he's whatever I know little of him, I think he's consciously done that because there is a plan behind it, and definitely, and he's trying to woo those that particular markets. That's the reason he has taken stalwarts from that industry. Also, we have Nayantara, we have Vijay Sethupathi, we have Atlee, we have Anirudh. All these are big names down south. So there is a plan behind it, and I'm sure that plan has worked for it.
Having Shah Rukh having tasted success, massive success, which I say with Pathan, do you think, and he actually has emerged as this true action star, if Jawan gets a similar success, will we see trend of more action films getting made by Bollywood?
Action is an evergreen genre, Vishal, any which way. So action has always worked in the Hindi film industry and even in Hollywood and any industry. So action genre is there. So yes, impetus will be there, but I don't think action genre has gotten out of sync. So it's an evergreen genre.
And finally, correct to say that Shah Rukh Khan has always been the favorite of the urban audiences.
Yeah.
Do you think with Pathan and now with Jawan, SRK has become this masses favorite?
That's what I said. He's trying to do with this Jawan. He has been a urban audience favorite overseas, Hindi belt, North market, whatever we typically say in the trade lingo. That's the reason he's trying to do, because he wants that inroads into the heartland of the Southern fraternity and wants to be actually, he is a global star. He just wants to reinform more, more form of his roots down south.
Girish sir, thank you so much for that insight. Best of luck. Hoping what you said become true for Jawan. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Nice talking to you, Vishal.